I feel so bright, I feel so gifted, I feel so high, I feel so lifted. By my side is where you're sitting, in my life is where you fit in, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. So, very unplanned vlog. I didn't think I would do this today, but I wanted to update you guys on what is going on the markets. I think that it's actually very interesting, the situation that we're getting right now. So if you guys saw my last video, I basically explained what happened on the US stock market. Why did we get a 16% down move in 1 week, which was already pretty insane. And I kind of warned you guys that the market could, keep going crazy if the situation would get worse, and that we might experience even more volatility in the coming days, weeks, or months. So right now, as I'm recording this video, we are Tuesday morning, and we just basically got the news that the Fed cut the rate out of nowhere. So normally, when they want to do a rate cut, it's planned and everything is like scheduled and everything. This time it was not the case. It like no one was expecting to see that today. There is a conference that will happen in about 2 weeks, and people thought that the Fed might cut the rate during this conference in 2 weeks, but not today. So they basically, try to be the first, right? And they wanted to do it earlier. And so that was unexpected, and that created a lot of volatility on the market. So I will show you guys my trades, and you guys will see that I'm in a pretty good trade, and then I'll just kind of explain a little more what I just talked about. Okay guys, so this is the only trade so far that I took this week. So this is AUD USD, and I took a buy yesterday night around this level right over here. So as you guys can see, the trade is in a pretty good profit. And the news that we got today basically made the dollar lose some value, which pushed the price higher, as you guys can see, which is good for my trade. As I said at the beginning of the video, I didn't know that this would happen today, so I just took the trade like I normally do because of my own confirmations that I'm looking for. I didn't know that this would happen today, but as you guys can see, it did push the price in my direction. This is one of the articles that they basically sent out on CNBC, right? And this is talking about what just happened. So if you guys want to read more about this situation, well, you can head on this website. CNBC is a good one, and you will basically understand a lot more what is actually going on. But as you guys can see, Fed cuts rate by 0.5 percentage point to combat coronavirus slowdown. So first of all, 0.5 percentage, right? That is a lot more than what they normally do. So when there is a hike or when there is a cut, most of the time it is only 25 basis point. And this time it's 0.5 percentage. So that is already a lot more significant than it is normally. And as I said, it was not planned. It basically came out of nowhere. And that is the reason why the market reacted pretty strongly on that news. Now, to kind of share my thoughts with you guys on this, I think that it's interesting, right, to talk about and to, understand. So I don't think that this is really a rational decision by the Fed. And what I mean by that is it feels like they are kind of desperate, and they are trying like a big push to see what will be the impact of doing this, okay? And what I mean by that is, as I said, and as I showed you guys last week, the market did go down a lot. We got a pretty big downside. And of course, the Fed does not really like this, right? Their role is to keep the economy going, to keep things in order, and to get good results from that, so everything runs smoothly. So of course, when the market goes down a lot, they don't like that, right? Because it's not what they want, of course. So basically the idea behind this cut is, I think that the market went down a lot, and they are trying to reboost the economy to get things going again. And that is the reason why they did make this cut earlier than what they had planned, and even 0.5 percentage, which is more than usual. So that is basically, they are trying to get things back in order. Now, will it be effective? That's the real question, right? Is it really going to have this impact? Are we really going back up on the market? maybe not, right? It's a hard bet, I would say. So for now, we need to wait and see how the market is going to digest this information and what will be the reaction over the next few days and few weeks. So it's kind of too early to, tell precisely what could we get from this. But if we look at it from, a fundamental perspective, I think that it's an interesting situation, right? Let's put it that way. It's not something that we see often. It's pretty much even the first time for me that I do experience I would say maybe the beginning of a financial crisis or a recession. So that is very interesting for me as well, and that is the reason why I'm following all of this very closely. And so we will have to wait and see, as I said, how the market takes this information. I think that this is, as I said, not that rational when you really think about it, because if we look at everything that is going on right now in the economy, right? Like, what will have the biggest impact? Is it the 0.5% cut that they just did? Or is it coronavirus that is spreading all over the world, that is impacting economy, and that could have even bigger impact and problems from this if the situation keep getting worse and worse, right? Like, what has more impact between those two things? Well, for me, right now, I think that it's the coronavirus. And that is the reason why I said that even if they cut the rate like they're doing right now, is it really going to have a big impact on the markets, especially the US stock market? And is it really going to boost that to go back up? Maybe not, right? So, I mean, it's not impossible, but as I said, for now, I think we need to wait and see what happens from that. But it's very interesting. I highly suggest you guys to follow this situation closely. I think there is a lot to learn from, and you will definitely get better as a trader and push your understanding of the markets even further if you actually take the time to, read articles and understand what's going on and do forecasts and see how it plays out and things like that. So very interesting moments in the market. For now, I'm safe, right? As I showed you guys last week, I made my best trade so far this year on Euro GBP. I cut, I think, 250 pips on this trade, and I made, a pretty good profit. And this week, so far, the trade is going well. It's already at break even, so even if it goes back down, I'm safe on this. And, that is the reason as well why I'm taking I'm being more cautious right now on the market, right? So I'm taking only the best setups possible. I'm using a very, good risk management. If I can move to break even, I'll not hesitate to do this. So I'm being a little more cautious, I should say, than usual, simply because of all the uncertainty that are around the market. So I think that this is also something that is important and a good idea to do. You don't want to go crazy and start to over risk, especially in that time of the markets, I would say, simply because, well, you never know, right, what could happen. Like, we were not expecting at all this cut this morning, and it did happen, So if something like that can happen, what else can happen, right? That's the question. And the answer is, well, pretty much anything. So this is a reminder for you guys to be ready, to stay very, very calm under pressure if something happens, and to always use a good risk management, and to basically just, be prepared for anything, really. That's the idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick vlog. I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to update you guys on this market day that is very interesting, and the first time that I'm ever experiencing this, so I wanted to share this moment with you guys. As simple as that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you can leave a like under it. I would truly appreciate it, and also share the video around. That would mean a lot to me. So on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.